Read between the wines, it's Mandy and Deb. Books, bold opinions, and things that we've read. Pour up a glass, spill all the tea. Dark romance or rom-com spree. Read between the wines, where every sip comes with a plot twist.
Welcome back to Read Between the Wines with Mandy and Deb. I'm Mandy.
And I'm Deb.
Welcome to our results episode for our new segment of Poor Decisions.
Ugh, it's going to be a doozy, everybody.
It sure is. So we're going to go over last week's challenge that we created.
Yep. I read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez.
Yes,
What did
because
you
Deb's
read?
challenge was read an Abby Jimenez book chosen by Mandy.
Mm-hmm.
And my challenge was read a book that Deb cried over. So my lovely sister gave me Under Your Scars by Ariel Anderson. We'll talk about it.
Did you cry?
We'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's what's in store for us all today. Thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, comment, watch our videos. We got a lot of books coming up that are sequels pretty soon. So go
Heck
back and
yeah.
watch the first episodes of what we've covered. And
This summer is going to be wild.
I
For
know.
books.
I'm so excited.
We've got Game On, Right to the Starling, Light Wielder, More Megan, second installment of When the Moon Hatched.
Right? Ballad of the Falling Dragons. Yeah. We
Oh
went
my
over
God.
all of that last week, everybody. So go back and take a listen on what might be coming up in the future.
Right. Yeah. And that's just the summer. And then, oh my
That's
God,
just summer.
by the time we get into fall and all of that, I mean, we're going to have 2 ACOTAR books coming out. That's going to be insane.
I know.
It's going to be wild. This year is jam-packed.
Well, we know that for sure we'll have Ashley back then by the time
Yep.
those ACOTAR books come out.
Heck yeah.
That'll be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
You have your drink for today.
I do. It is a THC mixer.
Ooh, a mixer.
Yeah. Well, it's just a seltzer, and then I put orange juice in it.
Oh, got you.
You know,
Okay, very nice.
Tastier.
I got a mango White Claw.
So basic.
I know. Listen, I mean,
All reliable.
yeah. Wine, I don't know. I like wine, but for some reason, like wine lately, I can't.
Yeah.
Can't do it. I'm getting old.
I feel that.
Can't handle it anymore.
I know, right? God.
Oh, well, I mean, not enough where we need to change the name of the podcast.
Yeah, we can't do that.
I know, right? Read between the seltzers just doesn't sound right.
No. Poor Decision sounds pretty good, though.
Well, true.
We might have to
We'll think about it.
rebrand at some point.
We could rebrand. What do you guys think? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. And not just our father, Dad, if
Yes.
you're hearing this.
Or Uncle Jimmy.
Or Uncle Jimmy. Our 2 biggest fans.
Yeah. We'll take feedback from Ashley. We'll take feedback from.
She's hysterical.
I know.
All right.
All right.
Do we want to start off light and then go into the heavy, or do you want to go first and give me all your burning thoughts?
Let's start off light because I feel like I might have a whole hell of a lot to say. I might just take over. So
All right. That's fine. We'll start nice and light.
Nice and light. So, right, Deb, your challenge, I had to pick an Abby Jimenez book for you
Yes.
to read. Have you ever read anything Abby Jimenez before?
Nope. And I can honestly tell you, Abby's got a new fan because this was great. This was such a breath of
you.
fresh air. It wasn't overly spicy. It wasn't overly complicated. The plot was plotting. The story was storing. It was such a fun ride. It was very funny, but it gave you some real good like drama into it as
Mhm.
well, which was great. I loved it. It was so much fun.
I told you, I love her. She's different from Megan Quinn because you don't get like the spiciness
Right.
with her books. Like you get like maybe like one or two like little things, but they kind of like fade to black and it's kind of, you just know what happens there. It's nothing, super in your face.
This one was pretty spicy though, considering there wasn't a whole lot of fade to black for the 3 spicy scenes that you had.
Mm.
It was up there, not with Megan Quinn though. Megan Quinn
Right.
is,
It's not as explicit as that.
No, Megan Quinn's pretty explicit.
And that's why we love her
for that.
But I mean, the reason why I like Abby is because, sometimes you don't want to read about that. Or even though it's not there in the explicit way, you still get that like feel good. And it's just, I told you I love
I thought
Abby.
it was great. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It was a good time.
That was the first book in a long time that when I read it, it was like, I just want to dive into this world because it's just so fun.
Right. Exactly. Just a little bit of backstory. I can't believe how bright this screen makes my face. My God.
That's going to happen to me in a minute.
Oh my God. The moment I pull up our Google Docs, it's like
what are you gonna do?
So just a little bit of backstory about this. This follows Alexis Montgomery, who is a ER doctor, and she is in the midst of a breakup from what is he? He's the head
he's like
surgeon,
a chief of something. Yeah.
Chief of surgery, something or other.
We don't care too much about him because he's a little
we don't really like Neil. He's
we
kind
don't
of
like
a douche.
He's a big time douche.
He's kind of a narcissist and he's kind of just self-centered and just not nice to her. And I mean, you find out why. And he does have a little bit of an aha moment for himself and kind of redeems himself. But damage was already done by that point. So I was a little bit like, fuck off, buddy. Sayonara.
Like, we don't care about any redemption story for Neil for this one. We're not interested.
Correct. So Alexis is driving out through the countryside and she ends up in a ditch, right? And she needs to get towed. She called a tow truck. Tow truck is like 40 minutes out. So in comes Daniel, who is like the knight in shining armor. He's also our MMC. So he comes in, he says, I'm going to help tow you out. She goes, no, I already called a tow truck. She's like thinking he's some like Ted Bundy murderer, gonna kill her and everything. And he's like, you see, you called the tow truck. However, the guy who drives the tow truck is like 6 bottles deep at the bar. I just came from there. So I'm going to help you.
So here I am.
Yep. So he pulls her out. they go on their merry way. They end up at the same bar, or VFW, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that.
So they end up there, and Daniel's friends are making a bet with Daniel as to who can take Alexis home once they see her walk in.
Right.
So Daniel goes up to her and he's like, listen, I just got to let you know, they're all making bets on who's going to take you home. They got $100 riding on it, just so you know, so that way you don't go home with any of them. And she goes, well, if I go home with you, do you get the $100? And he's like, I mean, yeah, I would, but I'm not like that. And she's like, okay, well, we don't have to go home together. I could just walk out with you.
We could just leave together, yeah.
And he's like, I'll give you half of the proceeds. So they leave together, and then he takes her home willingly. She wants to go home with him.
Yeah.
He cooks her food. They jump in bed together. The dog vomits on her shoes. A pig gets loose. It was a great time had by all. I was cackling. The moment when she woke up and her Louboutins have dog vomit in them, I was like, of course.
Of course they do.
Of course they do. So Daniel lives on a, how old is it? 125-year-old house that they're using as a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
It's been within his family for generations.
Right.
And his mom is trying to sell the house, but he doesn't want to. He wants to keep it.
Right.
So we don't hear a lot about his mom other than just they don't have a good relationship and she wants the house sold and he's doing everything within his power to keep it going. So he runs this bed and breakfast. Going back to Alexis, she works at this hospital that's what, like 3 hours away? I think I remember.
It's pretty far. She's like in the city, and
right.
It's
He's out on the countryside. This takes place in Minneapolis.
Yeah. I think most of Abby's books take place in Minnesota because that's where she lives.
Minnesota. So we start to follow Alexis a little bit more through her day-to-day and her relationship with Neil and how she wants to keep her house that her and Neil bought together. And Neil is like, no, I have every right to be there just as much as you do. And it's like, buddy, back the fuck off.
Yeah.
If you're the chief of surgery, don't you think you could like go buy yourself another house?
Yeah, but that would make things easy for Alexis. And why would he want to do that?
I know. He really does want to make her life like fucking miserable.
Yeah. Well, and her parents suck too.
Oh my God. Her parents love him for whatever fucking reason. So her parents are also doctors and they are all about the status, the limelight, all of that.
And the legacy too, right?
Correct. Of bringing it, keeping the hospital running, all the money they donate to it. And Alexis being with someone who is also a doctor and who better to be with than the chief of surgery at this hospital. Her brother, Derek, also makes an appearance within like the first couple of minutes of this book where he shows up at her house and says, hey, I got to talk to you about something. And Derek is getting married, and he's getting married to a pop star, which is amazing, right? Like, that's great. Good for you. But Dad disowns him because she's not a doctor. So Alexis is like,
crazy.
Like, I'm never going to make anybody happy. I just want to be happy. But if I leave Neil, my parents are going to hem and haw about it for the rest of my life and their lives.
Right.
So she's like, kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. She doesn't want to make it worse with Neil. So he kind of like moves back in for a little while, and they're just trying to, be
Coexist.
yeah. But Neil wants more. Neil wants to get back together with her. She wants nothing to do with it.
Right.
To which I said, "Good fucking job, Alexis."
Yep.
Because fuck that douchebag. He's just so shit. I mean, he's not the
He
worst
is.
in the world. He's really not like horrible, like beating the shit out of her or anything like that.
But they're not like
He's
she's not happy.
manipulative. Right.
Yeah, he is
And-
manipulative. Yeah.
Yeah. Like full, like gets his parents to side with her, hit them all the time. And,
Right.
Like, and she's just like, don't you, like, why can't I tell you that I'm unhappy with this person? You guys just, like, let it go.
Yeah.
If you
Because-
really want me
yeah.
to marry a doctor, I'll go marry somebody else. But that doesn't happen. So anyway, Daniel keeps Alexis's number and like they start chatting a little bit more. Alexis, with all the pressure of like the events happening with Neil, she goes back out to Daniel's farm and she spends another weekend there. She goes back, and then we get to she goes there with her friends for a weekend. Now, nobody knows who Daniel is, and her friends have not told her where they're going. They've only said that they found this really cute little bed and breakfast a couple hours away, and she's like, oh, okay. So she just gets in the car and she goes, and then she goes, wait, what was the name of this place?
Yeah.
And it turns out it's Daniel's place, and she's like, fuck.
Shit.
Like, she's like, oh my God. So she is sending him a text message as they drive up, and Daniel is head over heels in love with this woman
Oh,
after
absolutely.
like night one.
Yes.
Which is great. I love it. He's also 10 years younger than her. I love the age gap. I love it.
I know you
38.
do.
I do. My husband's like 6 years younger than me, so
I was
I'm
gonna say, I
all
wonder
for
why
it.
she likes this age gap.
So he sees them pull up and she gets out of the car and he's like, oh my God, like, I didn't realize that you were coming. And then she's like, shut up. Shut up. Don't say anything. They don't know who you are. And he's like, oh, that's
man.
really shitty. Like,
Yeah.
But he doesn't care. He is giving me full-blown golden retriever energy.
1000%.
He's just like, whatever you want. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll just roll with it. It's great.
Yeah.
I love his dog in this book. I love his dog. What's his name?
I told you there's always animals in her books. There's always I don't remember the name of the dog, to be honest with you.
And the town where Daniel's bed and breakfast is Walk On. It's pronounced Walk On.
Oh,
It's
okay.
spelled Wakan.
Okay.
That threw me for a loop.
Hmm.
I was like, whacking?
Whacking
what? Remember, everybody, we are from Jersey.
Yeah, we are. Pronunciations are not easy.
The way that it is spelled is the way that it's pronounced. But his dog in this book causes a ruckus for these women. And these are also doctors and nurses within the hospital. And right or no, a couple of them are just friends of Neil or girlfriend. I forget.
They're just like the friend group.
Right. Just her friend group. And they're like snotty and hoity-toity and, so they're at this bed and breakfast and Alexis already knows like a lot of the history that has gone into it from being around Daniel and all the woodworking that he does and how much time and energy it puts into this. And he runs it all by himself. He's doing the cooking, the cleaning, everything,
Everything.
maintenance. So they get there and they're like, you know, a couple of things happen and go wrong. The dog brings a live squirrel into brunch the one day, causes a whole scene. They don't have like these really high class restaurants to go to. They're just going to like the bar. That's the only bar in
That's
the entire
their fault, though. That's their fault for
Right.
not researching the area before you
I
book a place.
know. Like, yeah, you see this really cute bed and breakfast, but like you gotta look at what's around
Right.
it.
What's
Like,
around?
unless you're just going to relax, and that's fine, but like don't shit on the place.
Right.
You know? So anyway, it goes totally awry. Alexis is completely like, I don't think I like these people anymore because of how poorly they're treating Daniel, which is
Yeah.
terrible. And it was just a very nice, like, moment to see for her because she herself makes a lot of money.
Right.
She kept saying to Daniel, I don't know how to do any of this, right? She doesn't know how to cook. She doesn't know how to clean. She doesn't know how to make do any normal house stuff because she's got a housekeeper. She's got a
Right.
cleaner. She's got somebody who comes in and like cooks. Like, which there's nothing wrong with that. If I had all
Right.
the money in the world to pay for somebody to come in and cook and clean my house, I damn well would too.
Right. Well,
But-
that's the way she grew up, too. It wasn't even
Yeah.
like, it's just how it's always been.
Right. So Daniel starts to show her how to do a lot of these things, and it's so cute.
It's so cute.
When her friends are making like, you know, we're writing a 1-star review, the trees were dropping acorns,
Yeah.
the brunch got destroyed. Daniel comped their whole stay, but they were like 1-star review. And Alexis is like, Grace costs you nothing. And then she was like, wow, I've really been kind of living under a rock for
Yeah.
my whole life. All this work that he puts into it, like, sure, I know all of this shit about medical stuff and I'm good at it, but I can't boil water.
The perspective was just like,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Alexis, in spending more time and walk on, Daniel, it's such a small town that Daniel knows everybody. A couple of medical incidences happen. Pops falls because he's dizzy from taking his medication without food. So they go over there, and the moment Alexis gets in that room, she's like, how you doing? Like, tell me your name. What year is it? Can you recite your phone number? Like that kind of stuff. And then she's like, what kind of medications you got? And she figures it out. And then she's like, you should probably just follow up with your PCP. Like, it's probably nothing.
Right.
But, you know, quit taking these on an empty stomach.
Right.
Don't.
The whole town starts to like just
Right.
really take such a liking to her.
Yeah, she delivers a baby at the bar. Like,
Yeah. Baby at the bar.
yeah, it's so good. And these people throw her the biggest fucking party because of that,
Yes.
because the baby he had the cord wrapped around his neck.
Yep.
And she popped that baby out and was like, oh, good. He didn't strangle himself.
Right.
Win-win. And it was, maybe it was at her house. She had the baby. I think I'm getting that mixed up with when they did the party at the bar because she brings the baby there. And like Alexis is like, oh my God, are you kidding me? This
I
place
know.
loves me. And she starts to really love this place. But when that was happening, she had just had a conversation with her parents about her brother and how he is disowned, how they want her to be with Neil. Her dad is getting older, so he doesn't have a lot of time left. And her mom is trying to convince her, like, why don't you just, like, appease him? Because he's not going to stop. She's like, I shouldn't have to fucking appease anybody.
Right. It should be okay to do what she wants to. Because
Yeah.
don't they want her to take on a bigger role within the hospital, right? And
Mm.
she's like, I love being a doctor in the emergency room. Like, that's what
Right.
she loves. Am I wrong in that?
Her
or is that how it was?
parents, well, her father primarily, look down on her for not being a neurosurgeon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Dad is just happy I made it through high school. Like, he was like, good job, champ.
Woo!
Could you imagine what he would do if I became a neurosurgeon?
Oh my God.
An ER doctor? Anything.
I know. Like, it's like so bad of a job. Like,
Right.
ER doctor. Ugh. Ugh.
God.
Unbelievable, these people.
I know. It's crazy. I actually, while reading this book, I was like, I hate your fucking parents.
I know. I got that feeling too. And I'm like, this poor girl, all she wants to do is be happy.
Yeah.
And she's finding that. And she knows that it's going to like just completely ruin the rest of whatever family life she has.
Yep. Yep. So she goes to like let Daniel down easily, and it's not working. He's like, why don't you let me decide what's good for me? And I don't understand where this is coming from because we work really well.
Yeah.
Like, this has been amazing. She's like, my job will never let me move out here. You'll never want to move to the city and everything. So it got messy. It got complicated. That was our third act breakup. And, so Daniel shows up. No, it was Daniel shows up at the hospital because she got chief of the ER.
Right.
Of emergency medicine. And he knew exactly when they were going to be announcing it. And he showed up with flowers. And Neil's there. Her parents are there. Her best friend Bree is there. And she's like, fuck, man. Dad's completely like, who the fuck is this guy? In flannel and jeans with dirt on his boots. Neil actually shook his hand, which I was like, I don't trust this just yet.
You're right.
But we could trust it. So, and then Bree goes out to the car and is like, listen, okay, you're Daniel. I'm going to get in the passenger seat. Then she goes, lay it on me. And he's like, I don't know who the hell is Neil. And she's like, that's her ex. She hates him. She fucking hates him. She's living with him so that way they can figure out the house situation. And she hates every day of her life in that house. And he will not let it go, but she wants nothing to do with them. Her parents are a pain in the fucking ass because all they want is for her to be with him. And she's just like over heels in love with you. And he was just like, oh, okay.
Like, I love Bree.
Thanks. I do.
Well, read the
her.
next book. Read the next book because that's Bree's book.
I absolutely will.
And everybody says that's their favorite book in that series. Yours truly. Honestly, it was not my favorite, but it was still very good.
Okay. Yours truly. We will have to read that one. So, Alexis starts to really miss Daniel. Daniel's missing Alexis. I mean, they're giving each other space and time and everything like that. So, Alexis is now in charge of hosting this gala that they do for the hospital every year. And she made the decision. She is not going to allow her parents to dictate what she does anymore.
Mhm.
Good job, girl. She tells Neil there's no hope for us. And Neil is actually like, oh, wow. Like, yeah, I get it. We don't
Yeah.
work. Part of the agreement for Neil being back in the house was he had to go to Alexis's therapist to
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
Oh my
that.
God. I mean, they don't give you like chapters about like Neil in therapy or anything like that, but I
Right.
love that she made him do that because he went to her therapist and her therapist can be like, I'm going to stop you right there and I'm going to tell you like this is all wrong. Like you're being an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't want to be with you.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm speculating, but whatever. Anyway,
You got that feeling from it.
Yeah. So Daniel doesn't pick up her phone calls because he has turned his phone off because he doesn't want to get another like late night phone call from her saying I miss you and everything like that and like get his
Right.
heart ripped open again. So she calls all of his friends and is like, listen, this is what's happening. I got a tux ready. Have him pick it up. Like, meet me at the gala. I'm fully in this. And sure enough, as she's making her speech, guess who's coming down the stairs? It was so good.
So much.
It's so good.
Oh, I loved it.
And then they get married,
so
and they have kids, and they open a hospital in Walk On, and everybody lives happily ever after. And it was a cakewalk of a book, and I'm glad you gave it to me.
Well, you're welcome. I know.
Unlike the mess you walked into.
And we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I knew you would like it. And I knew that you had and I know we have so much to read. Like we have so much on our TBR. I knew that the only way you were ever going to read it is if you got a shove into it.
Oh, you pushed me straight into the deep end, and it's great. I love it here.
So cute. I told you. I mean, listen, it's just like, and there are some like more heavier themes in it, but not anything that's like unpalatable or makes you go like, ew, yuck. I mean, there's some, and as you get further into Abby's books, you get more like, there's more like family drama and things like that come up. And,
yeah,
but again, it's not like an ick where it's like a turn off. It makes sense and it flows and it makes it emotionally fabulous.
Mm-hmm. It was great. I had a good time.
I'm glad you liked it.
So thanks. Now
well, you're very welcome. Yeah. I'm honestly, like I've been slacking so hard, but I'm still on the night we met right now. I've had to stop this and read other things very often. So
yeah.
This is like what I go back to in print while I'm doing stuff on audio.
Right. Your reprieve from all the...
It's like back to back right now. And I'm like not okay with it.
Mandy's got whiplash.
Well, that brings us to my section of this challenge that we had.
Lay it on me, baby.
I had to read Under Your Scars because...
And you loved it!
No. This was the book that made Deb cry. Now, there are lots of books that make Deb cry. I think she knows what I definitely won't cry for, so maybe that's why she gave me this, thinking I might cry.
I think this book I cried the hardest in. No, that's a lie. I cried absolutely the hardest in Releasing 10.
Okay.
Or Keeping 10.
Okay.
The Boys of Tommen books. I mean, that one was like... No, I'm sorry. 13. Keeping 13. Keeping 13.
One of them.
There's too many numbers in these books. I can't keep them straight.
Well, I want to start off by saying this. before I start talking about this book, Under Your Scars, I need to make it known that there is nothing funny about this book.
No.
The subject matter in this book is extremely dark, super serious, and the trigger warnings are like insane. But I need to say this, that if I laugh or giggle during this conversation we're about to have about this book, I just need everybody to know that this is not me making light of anything in this. This is just like a nervous, like, like, I don't know what to say about this right now.
We've been here for how long? I mean, we're nervous laugh people.
Yeah. And a lot of things in this book made me unbelievably uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
Listen, I gave you an out.
I know you did. I know. But like, honestly, like none of the options were good. So.
Oh, the Boys of Tommen series is good. I think, would have cried during that one for sure.
All right. Well, maybe if it comes up again at some point.
Okay.
All right. I hated this.
I know.
I didn't just dislike this. I was like angry reading this. And when I finished this, like, I'm still kind of pissed that I read it. Like, I'm being a little dramatic, but not really.
At least you can say it.
I know, obviously, there are people who really liked this book, and I don't want to be rude to anybody who liked this. I know you liked it. I know there are tons of people that have liked it because I see it on TikTok, and people, you know, have very strong reactions to this book. So clearly this worked for some people. But for me, I genuinely do not understand the hype, and I don't get why this book is rated as high as it is. I don't get it.
I think it's the emotional reaction people get to it.
Right.
Because the ending is like, what?
Well, and here's the thing for me, characters aside, and I can get back to that in a minute, but one of the biggest issues for me with this book, it feels like trauma for shock value. And at a point, it kind of just felt like, I'm just going to make this dark just to be dark and to just shock the shit out of people. And it honestly, like, I felt like the ending was like she intended for it to have this like emotional ending to like where I just was like, what the fuck just happened? Like this doesn't make any sense.
Oh, okay.
Like I felt like it was supposed to be like this like revelation of a moment where I was just like, this is awful. Like this is just absolutely terrible. This is so bad.
I mean, you weren't wrong. It was indeed terrible.
Well, and like we can like go through the story a little bit, but I didn't get that like emotional, wow, that's so powerful kind of thing. I was just like, this is excessive and frustrating. And I don't like this. At all.
Hey, that's all right.
All right. So if you haven't read it, we're going to go full spoiler with this. And Deb, you might need to help me. But we have our, oh my God. I can't even remember their names because that's how much I just want to erase it from
Mandy
my brain.
has blocked this book from her brain. The moment she was done with it, she said, no, thank you. Good day, sir.
Yeah, I honestly like that. What is her name again? This is really, guys, like this is how bad my mind is like just like, rejecting this book right now.
Elena Young.
Elena.
And Christian Reeves.
Christian, yes, I know. Oh, fucking Christian. Ugh.
He's not the worst.
All right. So we have Elena. Elena Elena, first of all, I was like, ooh, okay, this takes place in New Jersey.
Yeah, right.
Which, okay, all right, cool. It sounds like she lives in like Camden. That's what it sounds like.
I feel like it was close to Bayonne. I feel like they said it. Well, no, not.
It's not like a
It's a-
real place.
It's a
But,
fictional town, but I could have sworn it was like.
well, it sounds a lot like Camden.
Okay. I mean, which to anybody who's ever been to New Jersey, you know Camden's not a good place.
It's not safe. It's not the safest
Right.
place. It's
Right.
Yeah. So she moves to this city because she wants to work for Reeves Enterprises, which is the law firm. She wants to be a lawyer, and this is where she works. And one thing that I didn't understand is, like, I get the pride thing. She doesn't want to ask her parents for money, who are very wealthy. But at some point, I'm kind of like, girl,
You should
you
just
can
ask for
ask
the
mom
money.
and dad for a little bit of help. Like, your
Yeah.
phone broke. Like, you can't ask.
Right.
All right. But okay, I digress. So the city that they live in has this infamous
Stalker.
serial killer, the Silencer, right? That's what
Mhm.
his name is? The Silencer? Okay,
Mhm.
so she's coming home one night and she gets accosted by the men in an alley, and she's almost taken advantage of by them and stopped by who we believe to be is the Silencer, and he kills them and she is now safe. But it doesn't end there. He just shows up at her apartment like every night, and he just lets himself in, and I'm like,
Yep.
okay, well, odd, but all right.
I mean, Josh stalks Allie.
That was so different. That was so different.
Zayd stalks, what's her name? Adeline.
I didn't like that book, so I'll like,
I did.
yeah. Anyway, but okay, so now we have, now she has this stalker. The Silencer is now her stalker, and she goes to work and she bumps into the owner, Christian Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
And he's this very handsome man, and he takes a liking to her. And at this point, I'm like, are we not supposed to know that they're the same person? Like, is this not supposed to be obvious? Because it was blatantly obvious that they are the same
I think it was
person.
supposed to be obvious.
Okay. Blatantly obvious. In the meantime, she breaks her phone and she doesn't make a lot of money. She goes to work at this shady ass bar where girls are known to disappear. Okay. I mean, do I need to say more? Do I need to say more? Girl, like, what are you doing? Like, she
Listen,
does
sometimes
not
you gotta
make good
make money.
choices.
There
She
wouldn't be
got
a
a
prize.
raise. She got a raise from Mr. Christian Reeves. Her old boss got fired. She gets a raise, and he asks her not to work there, and she still goes.
Because she's an independent woman. Amanda.
Anyhow,
Mandy hates everything about this book.
yeah, I'm really just, okay. So I'm trying to think of timelines here. You might need to step in and help me out with this, but eventually,
I'm gonna let you just roll with it because this is great.
okay, we're rolling with it. So eventually, the Silencer and her now boyfriend, Christian Reeves, she does not know that they are the same person, really.
Right.
But the Silencer still comes to visit her at night after she goes on dates with Christian. And there's one night where she thinks that, like, Christian kind of breaks up with her. And he's like, this was a mistake. And she goes home and she gets really drunk and she gets very upset about it. And then the Silencer comes and is like, why are you crying? And she had asked the silencer previously not to hurt him because it seems that whoever takes a liking to her, the silencer.
Right.
So he's like, she says, don't hurt him. But now tonight, she says to the silencer, I want you to punch him in the face because he made her upset. And that's when the silencer goes in and starts going to town on his own face, punching himself in the face. I mean, okay, listen, I am not a doctor. I am not a mental health professional, but like, I can't even begin to think of how you diagnose this guy.
Yeah, that's one for the professionals, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try. I am not even going to try.
We're not touching
But
that one.
he's clearly like
Not all there.
psychopathic tendencies. Like now, his personality stems from trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he had a very rough. His parents were killed right in front of him.
Right.
Which
Batman-esque.
so Batman. So Batman, right? But again, that kind of like made me laugh. I was like, okay,
Batman.
well, it's always fucking Batman. Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't even know like where to go with this. All right. She
Mandy
finds out
is
who
lost
he is.
for words.
I am. That's why I had to like write out like my feelings on this because I knew that I was not going to be able to make it through this, guys. I read it so you don't have to.
Oh my god.
we get through. All right, we're getting through lots of she finds out who he really is and she asks him to stop the killings.
Mm-hmm.
She gets captured.
Yeah.
And this is a very, very difficult part of the book to read.
It sure is.
This is extremely difficult to read or listen to. It was
she basically got human trafficked.
It was really very yucky. Very yucky.
Yucky to the umpth degree.
I was kind of like, I kind of knew what was coming. And then when the one chapter ended, I said, okay, that wasn't that bad. And then the next chapter started and I said, oh no, this is
worse.
very, very bad. This is very, very bad.
It is incredibly rough.
It is graphic. It is rough. It is yucky. It is, just please, if you're interested in reading something like this, please check all the trigger warnings and know that this is like very serious stuff that we get into with this.
Right.
But after this, clearly she is really messed up from who wouldn't be, okay?
Right.
Her whole family comes out to see her. And this is where her father recognizes Christian. The father, turns out, is the one that killed Christian's parents because his wife at the time was having an affair with Christian's father. Do I have that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Because she ended up... No, Christian's father was obsessed with Elena's mother.
Right.
Couldn't have her. So he killed Elena's, the father's first wife and 2 children. Then the father got remarried and then had Elena and her. Okay.
Right.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
A lot.
So Elena's father recognizes this person as, I, in revenge, killed the parents.
Right.
Okay. So that's where we're at now. And now daddy's trying to rescue Elena from this man.
Right.
Who he knows to be this person who is like, can you call him a vigilante? I don't know. I mean,
No.
no,
No.
we can't even call him that.
Not completely.
Not completely. It's not all good. It's just he kills to just like make himself feel better, really.
Right.
I mean, so now the father, Elena's father, has decided to torment Christian about the death of his parents
Yeah.
and kind of become a copycat artist.
Yeah.
And somewhere in all of this, Elena and Christian adopt a child.
Yep. Yep.
They don't even go through the correct procedures of it. They pay off the job. I'm like,
sure does. Yep. Sure does.
the amount of things that are so fucked up in this, I just like, I can't. I can't. She is overcoming trauma from her kidnapping and vicious assault.
Yeah.
He is clearly unstable and he knows it. He knows it.
He knows there's a few screws loose up there.
But let's adopt a kid.
Yeah, why not?
Because we can give her a stable home.
Right. Who would have thought?
I have a hard time when kids come into books with this kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's where, like, I just like. Okay.
And you know what? I really didn't consider that when I initially said this book to you. That's why I was like, oh, wait, I'll give you another one. And you said, no, I'm committed. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. Anyway, this is a mess. If you're following me, congratulations, because I'm not even following what I'm saying right now. But
you are getting real-time emotions.
This is as real as it gets, guys. So we get the father now, Elena's father being this copycat serial killer. I guess just to, honestly, I don't even know why he's doing that, but he kidnaps Elena now to try. I didn't get it. I didn't get any part of that. The where, when, why, nothing. But he's trying to save her from Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing is working. We get to the end of this book. Spoiler alert. The father basically says to her, you're never going to let him go, so I need to let you go.
Yeah.
And he murders her.
Yep.
Right after he had already murdered his wife.
Right. Sorry, I just got bubbles up my nose.
And now Christian sees this.
Yep.
And the daughter walks in the room.
Yep.
This is the biggest issue I have with this right now. I am so not okay with this. If it had been written that like Christian, despite all of this stuff that he's gone through, and he knows what it's like to be a child left alone in the world with nobody. And the fact that he decided to end his own life in front of his daughter, I'm like, this isn't powerful. This is just really fucked up. This is just really fucked up. And I am so not okay with it.
Mandy hated everything about this book.
I hated everything about this. I hated it all.
She hated
One
it all.
star. Sorry, Ariel Anderson. I'm sure you're a lovely person, but I'm sorry. This was not for me.
It didn't land for you. It's fine. It's all right.
I read it. And I mean,
I'm very proud of you. I did not think you were going to finish it.
I will say this, and I'll work credits due. The spice in this book was pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
Mhm.
I expected it to be grosser. The consensual spice in this book was fine. I thought
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like worse. No, I was like, oh, it's kind of hot. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. See?
But other than that, nope.
That's all right.
We learned something.
I like I don't have a visceral reaction to things like you do involving kids. No children were harmed in the writing of this book. Let's just
No.
get that straight.
Right. And listen, I know it's a story. I know.
Right.
And I say that, you know, and I kind of, am I hypocritical sometimes because people have these visceral reactions to books that I've liked and I'm like, it's just a story. I understand it is just a story, but if I'm going to give my opinion, I'm going to let you know what my opinion is. I'm not shitting anybody that likes this book.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. If you liked it, I love that for you. That's great.
Thank
You
you.
liked it. So, you know, for me, guys, this is an absolute
This is
nay.
an absolute no-go for Amanda. However, I did tell her that anything dark that comes her way next is a cakewalk.
Yeah.
It don't get much worse than that.
I just and I just felt like it was just dark for the sake of being dark. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get that there wasn't any meaning behind it. It was just kind of like a trauma dump. That's how I felt about it.
Right. The story was not completely the best. I follow a couple of social media people on Book Talk. And one of the things that I heard the one day was it doesn't have to be a literary masterpiece if you get some type of reaction from it.
Well, right. And I mean, listen, if she wanted me to have this kind of reaction, then good for you. I did clearly have a reaction to this book.
Did her job.
I had a reaction. Yeah. So, I mean, all's not lost, I guess.
I also feel like, I don't know. I feel like I can pick up any book and find something in it that I really like.
Yeah.
That will make me give it at least 3 stars. Unlike which one did we read? Night in the Moth.
Yeah, you really
that
didn't
one.
like
I
that
was
one.
like,
what are we doing?
I am willing to give it a second try though.
Okay,
It might have been me on the first read.
I mean, I was kind of right there. I liked it more than you, but I was kind of right there with you. I'm like,
get to the point.
Let's get there already.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. I mean, it's like you're allowed to like whatever you like.
I know.
You're allowed to dislike whatever you dislike.
Yeah. And again, I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody that liked it.
You're not sitting here being like, this is a hot piece of garbage. It was the worst thing. How dare, you're not doing shit like that. It didn't land for you. It's okay.
I have to see if I can find, because I was taking notes on my phone while I was reading this.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is what I said I was going to send you. I said, you're going to laugh. This is just, and there's no chapters attached to this. It was lots of eye rolling. I get she's too proud to ask her parents for money, but come on. Ladies, please stop saying you're nobody or nothing in the presence of rich people. It's just annoying. I said, are we not supposed to know Christian is the silencer are the same person? How does she not know? Elena, girl, just come on. You went to law school. Then the most powerful man in the world / richest man on the planet. We get it. I'm not impressed. And then it was just whole ick. And then I wrote, oh my God, Joe Arden is unsettling. Very good audiobook narrator, Joe Arden, but he was creepy as fuck in this audio. Like
I
it
love
was,
Joe Arden because he puts everything behind what he is doing
yeah,
and he goes balls to the wall.
yeah.
He's excellent. My favorite audiobook that he narrates, aside from the Ravenhood series, is Joey, which is a Sadie Kincaid book. You might actually like it. It's not dark. It's not.
It's like Mafia, right?
Yeah, it's very, very good.
I would be okay with that.
His narration is just chef's kiss.
No, he is.
So
I mean,
good.
listen, he really did put everything behind this one. So I will give him that.
Yeah.
Wait, what else do we have here? Okay. There were a bunch of dudes brutally murdered at this club and we're just gonna go back to work like nothing happened. Okay.
Oh my God.
I did put chapter 21. Okay, thank God, I was expecting way worse. Chapter 22. Okay, it got worse. Okay, this is not okay. I need a cigarette. No, you need an intense psychological evaluation in a padded room.
Wait. You just read chapter. Go ahead.
That right here, I put so ... He's Batman. I put this here. I love that she talked to her mom. These are seriously heavy topics, and I'm glad we didn't just go back into smut. Right here, I put, yeah, never mind. Again, guys, like not laughing. None of, like, literally nothing in this book is funny. None of it is funny, but if my commentary can make it like a little bit lighter, then I've done my job.
Oh my God. That was great. That was great.
Well, now I can finally put this on Goodreads because we said we weren't going to talk about it until we did this. So now I can finally add it to my Goodreads.
Yep.
So I didn't want you seeing it and like what rating I gave it.
I had a cakewalk of a book and you just had a bad time.
I just had a bad time. But like, I mean, in a way, I'm glad I read it because now I know like what the deepest of the deep is. And I know just never to go there again.
Yeah. The only other thing that I can think of for books in terms of darkness is the Edge of Darkness trilogy. You would hate all of that. Story is much better, though. Story is way better. Way, way better.
Okay.
However, those two, by far, the darkest things I have read.
I think, like, for me, if I'm going to go to any kind of, like, dark-ish, I think it's just going to have to stick with, like, a mafia theme, which is not necessarily dark, but, like, that's more on the more dangerous side, we'll say. I think that's, like, where, like, my comfort level, like, ends as far as a dark romance.
I think you'd like Sadie Kincaid.
I would give it a shot. I honestly would. I would.
Yeah. For you, I would do Joey and I would do the audio for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a credit today, so maybe. Oh, no, there's a lot of other things we need to finish first.
I know. And
because we have a whole new book coming up next week.
And to anybody out there who wants to help boost our social medias, definitely go out and do that because when we start making money, we can then go buy more Audible credits and then we can read more stuff. So for the low price of $29.99, you too could help Rising stars
Actually,
like us.
it doesn't cost anything just to like and share. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Low
help a
cost.
sister out.
Help sisters out.
Well, that was fun and traumatic all at the same time.
I'm glad you survived.
I did. I lived to tell the tale. But I mean, honestly, it's really not much better because we're in the middle of reading Game On that is coming up for next week. And
we both have feelings about this.
I honestly just like, I'm going to read The Babysitter's Club after the back-to-back books that I've had to read this past week. Yep. Remember we were talking about Goodnight Moon? I need Goodnight Moon right now.
Good night, Moon. We do.
So, yes. Game On is what is coming up next week. The new book by
Spoiler
Navessa
alert.
Allen. Spoiler alert. Well, we're gonna have some thoughts about it. We're not. Neither of us are done with it yet, so we don't know.
No.
But we both got into chapter 20 and 21, and yep.
Yep. I have less of a problem with it.
Don't have a problem with it. It's just not what I like.
I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't say it like that. Not a problem.
No, not a problem.
An ick.
It's just,
I have less of an ick.
Yeah, it's just it's not it's not for me.
Not Mandy's cup of tea. You are getting hit with some banger after banger.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah. Hey. Could be worse, right?
Yeah, could be worse, indeed.
Could be worse.
Lord.
Oh, all right. That's where we're at for next week. So please join us for our spoiler commentary on Game On by Navessa Allen. We should have a good amount of things to say about it.
Yeah.
And then we'll go over what our, favorites of that series is. Spoiler, it's lights out.
It's lights out.
It's lights out.
It's lights out. Nothing compares. It's lights out.
It's the best. It's just, yeah.
It really is.
It's fantastic.
But we'll talk about that
We'll
next
talk about
time.
Yes, we will. Anything that you want to add before we go for the day?
Nope.
All right. Well, thanks for being here, everybody. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, do all the things. And we will see you next week.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Bye.
Bye.